All right. Yeah, maybe try it. Just be you. Just be yourself. Okay. So today, we're doing our first lesson with helping you read better, and we kind of like diagnosed you a little bit, and gonna try to see if we can work with you to try to get you to be a better reader. And I know that you really like to read already, so that's a good thing. So we're just gonna make you love reading even more. So today we're gonna read a piece called Rhymes Ruined, and it's based off a nursery rhyme. We know that a nursery rhyme is just a poem or a song that's read to little kids, just little simple traditional rhymes. Can you name any types of nursery rhymes?
Humpty Dumpty, no.
Humpty Dumpty, good.
Little Red Riding Hood.
Mm-hmm. Good. So those are examples. And actually, Humpty Dumpty is in our Rhymes Ruined piece today. So we're going to be reading about that. Reader's Theater, your mom does a lot of plays and theater.
Yeah.
This is people, sometimes Reader's Theater is broken up into several parts, and you can have different students reading different lines. This one, Rhymes Ruined, is just broken up into two parts. So one part is supposed to be for the boy, so I'll read the boy's part.
Okay.
And one part is supposed to be for the girl, you'll read the girl's part.
Okay.
But at the beginning, I just want you to read the whole thing. I want to just see how you read it, because you've never seen it before. So I just want you to read it for me, and I'll give you your part, but I want you to read both parts the first time. And once we work on it a little bit, then I'll read the second part, and you'll read the first part. Okay?
This is the whole thing?
Yeah. So see how I have the lines numbered 1 to 14? So you'd start with line 1. So Rhymes Ruined.
Do you know who Humpty Dumpty is? I give
So you can just put it down there a little.
I give up. Who is he? He's an egg. You know Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. No wonder he fell. Any dotty knows an egg can't sit on a wall without falling off. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. It's no wonder why they're putting an egg back together again. Anyway, just me scrambled eggs out of him. Ugh. How about the little old woman who lives in a shoe? About her, did she know Humpty Dumpty? No, she had so many children she didn't know what to do. I can't understand why. How could all these children sleep in a shoe?
Yeah, you wouldn't read that part. Hesitates, looks funny at star 2. So you would say, what's the matter?
What's the matter? Don't you like nursery rhymes? No, none of them make any sense to me. Oh, well, let's get into then, Jeff. We need to get that water. Okay, Joe. But this is the last time I'm going to go up this hill.
Okay, just a second, Mary. Yes, may I help you?
Can you teach piano classes on Monday?
Can you come back tomorrow morning? Come back during when they have the thing together in the morning. When you all get together. Come down here and we'll talk about it then. Okay. Thanks for stopping by. Bye. Okay, sorry, Mary. So we see in here, what are some of the, if you look through here, what are some of the nursery rhymes you see?
Humpty Dumpty.
Okay, so we got Humpty Dumpty in there.
And the little old woman who lived in the shoe.
Yeah. And then toward the end, there's 2 other people who are in a nursery rhyme. Do you know who that is? Have you ever heard of Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water?
Oh, yeah.
So that's why one of the readers is going to be Jack and one of them is going to be Jill. So I'll be Jack.
Okay.
So hopefully. we'll be able to do it. Sorry, my smart board just turned off here. Okay, so I want you to look and some of the rhyming words in there. So if I say a word, I want you to see if you can find a word in there that rhymes with the word I just said. So on line 3, what word rhymes with wall?
Wall, wall rhymes with wall.
Yeah, on line 3, what word rhymes with wall?
What?
What word rhymes with wall?
Fall.
Yeah, fall. Did you already say that?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
All right, on line 5, what word rhymes with men? It's kind of an obscure one. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. Wouldn't it be again? Again kind of sounds like men, doesn't it? All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. Again and men. And the last one. What rhymes with shoe in line 9? What word rhymes with shoe in line 9? She had so many children she didn't know what to do.
What was the word again?
Shoe. So there was an old woman who lived in a shoe, and then line 9, she had so many children she didn't know what to do.
Number 9, right?
Yeah. All right, if I'm just going to say it, don't even look at it. There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. Now what word rhymes it with that? She had so many children she didn't know what to do. There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children she didn't know what to do. Do. There you go. And I feel like a lot of the rhyming words usually in a nursery rhyme, they usually land on the end of the sentence a lot of times.
Yeah.
You ever notice that? Yeah. I always feel like the second rhyming word usually lands at the end. Okay, good. So that was just some word work just to see if you could pick out some rhyming words. And I thought you did a good job. Okay, we're going to talk about reading with inflection.
Okay.
Do you know what that means? Mm-hmm. Reading with inflection makes the story more interesting. I'm going to give you an example. So let's say I'll read this sentence without inflection. I'm going to sound like a robot when I read it. That means I'm not going to go up or down with my voice at all. I'm just going to stay the same and very flat. Okay? Like a robot. Ready? So my sentence is, put your dirty clothes in the basket in the upstairs bathroom, please. Okay, I didn't have really any inflection when I read that, did I? I didn't really go up or down with my voice. It's kind of boring, wasn't it? Now watch, I'll read it with some inflection. I'll put my voice up and down a little and try to make it more interesting. Put your dirty clothes in the basket in the upstairs bathroom, please. Did you hear the difference? Okay, I'll read them again. The flat version. Put your dirty clothes in the bathroom in the upstairs bathroom, please. Second one. Put your dirty clothes in the basket in the upstairs bathroom, please. Okay, so the first time I read it very flat, and the second time I kind of went up and down. You might have even had flashbacks of when your mom asked you to do something at home. Okay, the second one I'm going to read very choppy. So when you read with fluency and inflection, fluency, it's very fluid. So it's kind of like this when you read. If it's choppy, you're going to be choppy. I'll read this second one choppy. I felt so bad for him when he missed the final shot in the game. Now, I don't even really remember what I read because I was kind of choppy when I read it. So now I want to try to read it with phrases. Kind of like in music, I talk about phrases, like sentences. So now I'm going to try to read it with fluency. I felt so bad for him when he missed the final shot in the game. Which one did you like better, the first version?
The second
The
version.
second version. And you could understand it better, couldn't you?
Yeah.
So our goal is to try to get you to read with fluency and with inflection, going up and down with your voice to make it sound interesting. I'm going to show you this sentence here. I didn't say she liked him. I didn't say she liked him. That's our sentence, okay? I'm going to put inflection on a different word each time I say it. Every time I put my inflection on a different word, it's going to change the meaning a little bit. I'm going to start with I. I didn't say she liked him. Doesn't that almost seem like I didn't say it? Maybe Maryn said it. I didn't say it. I didn't say she liked him, right? It's almost kind of like, you know, I didn't do it. Okay? How about if I put it on didn't? I didn't say she liked him. Well, maybe then I'm defending the fact that maybe I say, no, I never said that, right?
Even though you did.
Even though I did. So you think I'm guilty?
Yeah, because when you said didn't, you sounded like you had a tone, but when you said all the other words, you sounded just like the irregular voice, so it sounded like you were guilty of you actually said it.
Okay, so me putting the inflection on didn't made it sound like I was guilty. So maybe I was reading this with Reader's Theater, and maybe I might put inflection on this word if I wanted the audience to think that I did it and I was being guilty, right? Good. All right, what if I put it on say? I didn't say she liked him.
You might have thought you said it.
Ah, I never said it, but maybe I wanted you to think it. I never said. I didn't say it.
Yeah, say kind of means like you actually talk it out, like you tell someone it.
Right.
But when you think it, no one else can know what you're thinking.
So maybe I was trying to say I didn't say it, even though you think that I said it. Wink, wink. All right, how about this one? I didn't say she liked him.
You didn't say a girl like.
Yeah, maybe I meant somebody else. I didn't say it was her. It could have been someone else I meant, right? How about this one? I didn't say she liked him. I didn't say she liked. Maybe she didn't like him. Maybe she loves him. Maybe she doesn't like him at all. And then this last one. I didn't say she liked him.
It's the same as she.
Right. Okay, so do you see how putting the inflection on a different word changes the meaning and how it makes it interesting? So just how you read something can really make it sound different or change it with your inflection and make it more interesting. So what I would like to do is try to read it again this time. And this time, let's assign parts. How about you read number 1, star number 1, and I'll be star number 2. Okay, and do you want to like face this way a little bit forward? And what I want you to try to do, Maryn, is I want you to think about how you want to say it. We might need to read it a couple times. How you want to have your character come across. Because how you do your inflection with your voice is going to make it more interesting. Okay? And if you need help or if you're not sure, we can stop and figure it out together. All right, so you're star 1, so you're going to ask me. You're talking to me, okay? And you're going to ask me this question. Go ahead.
Do you know who Humpty Dumpty is?
I give up. Who is he?
He's an egg. You know Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall.
No wonder he fell. Anybody knows an egg can't sit on a wall without falling off.
All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again.
It's no wonder. Why bother putting an egg back together again anyway? Just make scrambled eggs out of him.
Ugh. How about the little old woman who lived in a shoe?
What about her? Did she know Humpty Dumpty?
No, she had so many children she didn't know what to do.
I can understand why. How could all those children sleep in a shoe?
What's the matter? Don't you like nursery rhymes?
No, none of them make any sense to me.
Oh well. Let's get going then, Jack. We need to get that water.
Okay, Jill, but this is the last time I'm going to go up that hill. All right, why don't we switch? You be 2 and I'll be 1.
Okay.
Okay? So you'll have to be Jack this time, the boy. Okay. Do you know who Humpty Dumpty is?
I give up. Who is he?
He's an egg. You know. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall.
No wonder he fell. Anybody knows an egg can't sit on a wall without falling off.
All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty back together again.
It's no wonder why bother putting an egg back together again. Just make scrambled eggs out of him.
Ugh! How about the little old woman who lived in a shoe?
What about her? Did she know Humpty Dumpty?
No. She had so many children she didn't know what to do. I can understand why.
I can understand why. How could all those children sleep in a shoe?
What's the matter? Don't you like nursery rhymes?
No, none of them make sense to me.
Oh, well. Let's get going then, Jack. We need to get that water.
Okay, Jill, but this is the last time I'm going to go up this hill.
I love the way you read the last one because you looked at me kind of annoyed and you said it with your voice that way, which really brought it to life. And you can see character 2 is getting annoyed with character 1. Don't you know nursery rhymes? Don't you know anything like this?
Hey, sorry to interrupt. If the door is locked, baby girl, just knock. I didn't leave you, okay? It's just Miss C is doing something that she needs privacy for.
Okay.
So sorry.
Okay,
I didn't know
thanks.
it would be done, but I just want to make sure she didn't get offended.
No
Okay.
worries. Okay, so let's do it one more time. Which one do you want to be, 1 or 2? I'll let you choose this time. By the way, the anybody is spelled wrong. It says anybody. It should be anybody. Sorry.
It's okay. I think I'll be 2 again.
You'll be 2 again? All right. Ready? Do you know who Humpty Dumpty is?
I give up. Who is he?
He's an egg. You know. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall.
No wonder he fell. Anybody knows an egg can't sit on a wall without falling off.
All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again.
It's no wonder. Why bother putting an egg back together again anyway? Just make scrambled eggs out of him.
Ugh. Hey, do you know the little old woman who lived in a shoe?
What about her? Did she know Humpty Dumpty?
No. She had so many children she didn't know what to do.
I can understand why. How could all those children sleep in a shoe?
No. What's the matter? Don't you like nursery rhymes?
No, none of them make any sense to me.
Oh, well. Let's get going then, Jack. We need to get that water.
Okay, Jill, but this is the last time I'm going up the hill.
Good job. All right, do you see how from the first time you read it to this time, how much it came to life when you put that inflection in there? That was really good, Maryn. Really good. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to watch this thing on YouTube, Rhymes Ruined, and it's going to have it with inflection. And it might give you some more ideas about how to do it. And then we'll switch one more time, and then we'll be done. Yeah, you can take it down. You're doing a great job. All right.
Rhymes Ruined. Do you know who Humpty Dumpty is? I give up. Who is he? He's an egg. You know. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. No wonder he fell. Anybody knows an egg can't sit on the wall without falling off.
Line 5.
All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. It's no wonder. Why bother putting an egg back together again anyway? Just make scrambled eggs out of him. Ugh. How about the little old woman who lived in a shoe? What about her? Did she know Humpty Dumpty? No. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. I can understand why. How could all those children sleep in a shoe? What's the matter? Don't you like nursery rhymes? No, none of them make any sense to me. Oh well, let's get going then, Jack. We need to get that water. Okay, Jill, but this is the last time I'm going to go up this hill.
It's still on. Thank you. All right, so Maryn, one of the mistakes that I always make when I read, especially when I'm nervous, is I read fast. I read really, really fast. And I found, too, with some of my students, when they read, like, with a play, they read really fast.
Yeah.
So you don't really have that problem. You know, you read at a nice pace. So I'll try to
Sometimes I
slow it
do.
down. Huh?
Sometimes I do, like on the first day.
Yeah.
I try and read fast to get over it.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's try, but you're not doing that today. So that's good.
Yeah, because I've done this many times.
Okay. So this time we're going to switch. This will be our last time. So let's make this our best performance. I'll be 2, you be 1, right? Okay. And scene. Ready?
Do you know who Humpty Dumpty is?
I give up. Who is he?
He's an egg. You know Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall.
No wonder he fell. Anybody knows an egg can't sit on a wall without falling off.
All the king's horses and all the king's men and couldn't put Humpty together again.
It's no wonder. Why bother putting an egg back together again anyway? Just make scrambled eggs out of him.
Ugh. How about the little old woman who lived in a shoe?
What about her? Did she know Humpty Dumpty?
No, she had so many children she didn't know what to do.
I can understand why. How could all those children sleep in a shoe?
What's the matter? Don't you like nursery rhymes?
No, none of them make any sense to me.
Oh well, let's get going then, Jack. We need to get that water.
Okay, Jill, but this is the last time I'm going up that hill.
Okay.
All right, good. Can you repeat after me on line 3 real quick? He's an egg. You know, Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Can you say that line again?
He's an egg. You know Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall.
Good. How about all the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again.
All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again.
Excellent. How about, no. She had so many children she didn't know what to do. Line 9.
No. She had so many children she didn't know what to do.
Good. All right. Oh, well, let's get going then, Jack. We need to get that water.
Oh well, let's get going then, Jack. We need to get that water.
Okay, you did a great job.
Thanks.
Do you see how inflection helps with reading?
Yeah.
And flow? So I want to kind of work on this with you a little bit. Next time we meet, I think it might be tomorrow, we're going to work on a poem. I think I talked to your mom. We'll talk about the schedule when the lesson's over. But we're going to work on a poem and some of the same stuff. I thought, though, you really did a good job with working on it, Maryn. Really, really nice.
Jack doesn't think about it on line 2. He just says, I give up. Who is he?
He's like, I don't even want to go there. Just tell me who he is. You ever feel like that?
Something.
Me too. All right, I'm going to turn us off here. I think we did a great job.